welcome back to ExpatCrib. My name is Ian, and today we are at the very first mall on our mall tour of Poblados. We're starting at the bottom and we're moving to the top. Today we're at Mall San Diego. Let's go take a look. All right, here we go. So as I said, we're going to be doing 5 malls over the next couple weeks here in Poblado. There are 5 malls of note. This is San Diego Mall, which is actually where you get off the airport bus, just about a block away from here. That's in another video. But yeah, this is Mall San Diego. This mall I would characterize as a mall that has bargains. So basically it's a mall that has a lot of outlet stores, that kind of thing. So yeah, this is where people come for bargains. And this is at the bottom of Poblado, in the northern corner of Poblado. So I'm gonna combine this mall tour with another mall, which is Premium Plaza. So I would rate these as the number 5 and number 4 malls. Again, a lot of the locals shop at San Diego and Premium Plaza because again there's a lot of good bargains in these 2 malls, and but they're more like plaza malls than anything else. So, but they have all the banks, the Vivienda, Bank-Colombia, all the big banks are in this mall. Right there, there's a money exchange place. So if you're just getting off from the bus from the airport, you might want to step in here. So there's everything you would need in this mall, complete with a big grocery store also. If you need to get your blizzard fixed, right there, you're good to go. So as I said, this is at the bottom of Poblado. It's actually on Poblado Avenue. Same with Premium Plaza, which is a mall we will see in another video. Grab a beer or a cocktail right here in the mall. A couple bars here. As you can see, it's open air in some parts of the mall here, which is really nice. Bata shoes, which existed in Canada many years ago, but doesn't anymore. I remember as a kid going to Bata shoes to get my runners every year. It's a company that still exists here, also in Thailand. I saw them in Thailand also. There's actually a food fair in this mall to the left here. So they took out the escalators. I had to use the stairs. But here is the Zona de Comidas, or the food fair, as they say. So whenever I've been here before, they had an area where they had an escalator. I think they're doing some renovations to the mall here. It's Frisbee Chicken, really famous with Colombians. Their version of KFC, but probably better. As you can see, it's a typical food fair here. Yeah, they used to have escalators over here, but not so much anymore. So this is level 2 of the mall. And this is one of the older malls here in Poblado. Go the other way. Gracias. So, as I've said in other videos, lunch is the important meal of the day here in Colombia, so there's often lunch specials here. El Corral burger. There we are. Head back down to the lower end of the mall. As I said earlier in the video, I would rate this mall probably number 5 on the list, but again, it's a nice mall and there's a lot of good bargains here. So if you're a thrifty shopper, this is probably where you want to come. Asbestos. What I had in Vancouver for many years. Juan Valdez. Colombian version of Starbucks. Again, this is where the escalators used to be. Looks like they're doing some renovations here. Indeed they are. All right, so I don't think we've seen everything. Keep going here. As I said before, this is more of a plaza mall. By the way, if you're already traveling here in Colombia, they often have really good deals. Here's a travel agency right here. Really good deals to Europe for the summer. So if you come here late spring and you're looking for a trip to Europe, there's often really good deals here in Colombia. Kind of made a loop here, but we'll go to the other side of the mall, where they have a Exito grocery store. All the major malls have bigger grocery stores. Gonna be hit with copyright here. Got to keep moving fast. Like everywhere here now, they have Starbucks, if you're into that. And my favorite, crepes and waffles. One of the best places for lunch in the city, or ice cream. As you can see right here, amazing ice cream. Oh, we've got a Mac Center right here. So if you need your Macintosh fix, they've got you covered here. And right here is the big grocery store, Exito. So this mall is very close, I would say, at the bottom of Castropol. So if you're going to relocate to Castropol or La Linde or even around Parque Jarris, Malls San Diego is really close. So I would say that this is the neighborhood mall for Mall San Diego, or sorry, for the neighborhoods of Castropol and La Linde, as it's at the bottom of Las Palmas. So we've made the loop here, pretty much. Made it all the way through and back to the entrance of Mall San Diego. Now we're going to move on to Mall Premium Plaza, which is only about 3 or 4 blocks from here. So we will head there now, and I will have both of these malls, Mall San Diego and Mall Premium Plaza, in the same video, as they are both in the same area, really close to Castropol. So it's been a couple years since I've been down to this area in Lower Poblado by Mall San Diego, and it looks like there's been a lot of renovations that has gone on in this area. Hola. Colombian ladies never scared to be on camera. So right across the street here is a brand new building that's gone in this area, which has livened up the area, I must say. It's a building called the Metropolitan. as you can see. So a few years ago there wasn't any residential in this area. Now they've built 2 or 3 new buildings, as you can see. This was all industrial before, and it's kind of got a little bit of the vibe of Ciudad del Rio going on here. And again, I'm right smack dab in the middle between Mall San Diego and Mall Premium Plaza. So as you can see, there's more residential, I believe, that's going in right there. So they're really cleaning up this area. So we've actually just come from, just for context, Mall San Diego, a big white building down there, and we're moving on to Mall Premium Plaza, which is only a few blocks down the street. So this area used to be the commercial zone for restaurants, restaurant supplies, all those kind of things. There's a few gyms in the area also. Gone a little higher end with the Ducatis here. Very nice. So yeah, a lot of motorcycle shops in this area also. Butcher shop. It's like a music store right here. Right across the street there's a big church, El Camino, Iglesia. So many different churches in some of these older buildings here, rather than the traditional style of church. So we're only, I believe, a block away from Premium Plaza. So the 5 tours of the malls we're going to be doing, these ones here are going to be in one tour because they're so close together. Again, they're more budget-friendly malls in the area. Sorry, we have a few more blocks to go here. So years ago, when I lived in Provenza for a little while, I had a bakery bakery slash restaurant. I was one of the first guys to focus on bakery, breakfast items. Now it's all over. You can find brunch anywhere here. But back in the day, when I first came here, it was next to impossible. So there's a lot of sporting outlets in this area also. And bikes. If you need to get your treadmill on, this is the area of town where you want to buy your sporting equipment. So as I said, I knew this area because this is where the kitchen supply stores were. There's less of them here now, but still. This one here. So if you're going to get your restaurants going, you want to come down to this area. But I would highly not recommend doing a restaurant here. I don't miss those days at all. Anyone who knows me from the old days knows that I had a restaurant in Provenza. But then I saw the light and got into what I know, which is real estate. But I love showing off the neighborhoods. And as you can see, there's residential in this neighborhood. We're at the bottom of Castropol here, basically. So, right in between two major malls, Mall San Diego and Mall Premium Plaza, which is just ahead. And just across the road there is D1. D1 is where you get all your staples. Colombians love D1 because it's like a mini, I won't say dollar store, but a lot of deals at D1. Some good stuff, some not so good. But yeah, D1 is loved by Colombians. So, right across the road there we have Premium Plaza, where I always used to come for my renters and bargains. Premium Plaza is one of the best malls for deals. See if we can make the light here. Looks like we can make it halfway. Yeah, we made it halfway. There it is, Premium Plaza. So we are at the lower end of Poblado here, in the northern corner. The northwest corner of Poblado, I believe. Someone can correct me in the comments if I'm mistaken, but I believe that's where we are. All right, so we are at the entrance to Premium Plaza. See? There are actually many chains in this mall. The bigger clothing chains. It actually has, I believe, 3 floors. Juan Valdez. This is one of the older malls in Poblado also. Right over here is the banking zone. And watches. We'll cut through here. So if you want bargains on electronics, this is a really good store. Or a really good mall, I should say. I've often come here for deals. If you're into runners, this is definitely the place. There used to be more stores here, discount stores for runners. We'll go back the other way. So right over here you have one of the big anchor tenants, which is Jumbo, which is one of the 3 or 4 big grocery chains here. There's Jumbo, Éxito, and Carulla, the 3 biggest. Jumbo is also in Mall Santa Fe. A lot of clothing stores in this mall. So if you're looking for a cell phone plan, WOM is one of the cell phone companies here. I think they're a subsidiary of one of the other bigger companies, but if you need a cheap plan, WOM is one way to go. So we're going to just circle around here, and then we're going to head up to the food fair because it's lunchtime. Always fancy presentations all over here in Colombia. They're really not quite like Thailand. Thailand's over the top when it comes to cool, fancy presentations of things, but Colombia is definitely up there also. See these stores all over the world. Minisoy. Miniso? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And this is a ceviche place that has been here at least 15 years. I used to go here for ceviche all the time. Really good ceviche shop right there. Again, if you need anything for a cell phone or computers, keyboards, things like that, this mall has it all. Time for lunch. Head up to the food court. So all your regulars, KFC, Senior Walk, Mimo's ice cream, Sarku, Japanese fast food, Presto is the burger place, Subway, everything you would see at other malls. Montevideo is actually a healthy, or somewhat healthy, place to eat. Love that place. If you love pasta, that's where you want to go. Although pasta's not always healthy, but it's well presented. Cubano is a sandwich place. It's very similar to Subway that I've only seen here in Colombia. El Carbon, really good steak and fried chicken restaurant. And then over here you have Mexican burrito, cheap burrito. And then over here you have Corral Burger, another burger place that we saw at Mall San Diego. So I hope you've enjoyed this short tour of two malls, Mall San Diego and Mall Premium Plaza. It's in the background right here. And in this area right here, we are really close, as I said before. Right over there is Castropol, and just beyond Castropol is La Linde. New construction going on over here, so it's really close to the mall. This is Ian from ExpatCrib, and we'll see you in the next video.